Running low on storage space, I guess.
Not really.
No? Okay.
Because, like, look at all this.
Is there enough? Oh, there's plenty of empty spaces there, actually. Yeah, never mind.
I feel like there's enough empty spaces in the inventory box that you can put every single,
feasibly every
you
single
put
item.
every item in the game in there at least, like, 3 times over.
Wow, alright.
I feel like they gave you more than enough inventory space.
Does your inventory space carry over to a New Game Plus? Is that why there's so much room?
I think it does, but I don't actually remember.
Fair enough.
Okay, so...
Welcome back to Resident Evil. Resident Evil, the original but remade. That's the subtitle.
That's a dumb subtitle.
Well, I didn't come up with it. I came up with it.
That was what they called all the different ones for the PlayStation 2. That was
The Code Veronica, the title for Code Veronica X Director's Cut DualShock Edition when it was ported from the Dreamcast. Yeah.
Anything for the PlayStation, I feel like it was mandatory that I had to have the word DualShock in it that was from that time.
Mm-hmm. Greatest Hits Edition.
It's like I feel like they would have done the exact same thing for the PlayStation 3 with the 6-axis controller, except they realized that the 6-axis controller sucked.
They realized it pretty early on, I thought.
And, like, nobody wanted to use it. Motion controls have always been and will always be a bad idea.
They have their place. You know, the Wiimote,
their place is in the trash.
a lot of people enjoyed Wii Sports, including myself.
That is the only time that motion controls have been fun.
A lot of the time it is tacked on as a really obnoxious gimmick.
The motion controls are how you can do a bunch of the emotes in Dark Souls and in Bloodborne. And it means that occasionally when you're playing Bloodborne, your character will just start doing an emote for no fucking reason.
You're fighting a boss, doing all these Dark Souls rolling, and then suddenly you start dancing in spot. Get killed by a giant alligator or whatever. Yeah.
This is Brad. Come in, Stars Alpha Team. Come in.
This is Jill.
Jill, you already know the radio doesn't
Anybody
work.
hear me?
I hear you, Brad. Over.
Stars Alpha Team. Bravo Team. It doesn't matter. Respond. I repeat, this is Brad.
No, you don't say I repeat. Brad should know that you don't say I repeat.
I can't believe chicken shit Vickers doesn't know the proper protocol.
Brad, can you hear me?
See, he didn't hear you
Brad.
that time, Jill,
You gotta scream louder.
because you didn't say over.
Brad! Shit. It's broken.
He's just waiting for her to say over so he can respond.
It's broken. God damn it, Richard. I'm glad you got eaten by that snake.
So mean-spirited. Alright, back to the mansion, which is where we gotta go, because we finally got the final key to open up all those locked doors.
Now we can open all of the locked doors in the mansion. Hi, dog. Hi.
Let's sleep in the... Yep. No, you can fool us by sleeping in the shadows, but nope, we see you there. And we killed you there. Stop taking up so many bullets. You shot him 8
man,
times.
he did an animate. The dog did a fucking animation skip.
Yeah.
The dog did an animation skip. He got stunned and then just immediately went into. He did it again.
I saw that when you shot him while he was on the ground, he immediately started running around without any getting up animation, so, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's mean. I hate you, game.
Pulling out all the stops.
I don't actually hate this game.
Need an elevator battery.
Oh yeah, that's right. We need elevator battery.
Yeah. Just specifically an elevator battery, yeah. I don't really know of any elevators that are powered by batteries.
I mean, I think it's a car battery that it needs.
Don't know of any elevators that are powered by car batteries, but I guess I know one.
They're powered by electrical, so I guess you could theoretically use a, hi snakes.
Just drop it on down,
You
alright.
could theoretically use a car battery to power the motor that powers the hydraulic pump if it is a hydraulic elevator.
Just randomly dropping snakes and drop bears.
Where are we in, so Raccoon City is supposed to, oh my god, Raccoon City is supposed to be in the American Midwest. Where in the American Midwest are,
You're trying to guess the state.
where in the American Midwest are there pit vipers that fall out of trees?
Yeah.
And this many of them.
I can't think of very many. Yeah, it's almost like an Amazon rainforest situation. But I feel like they wouldn't even drop that frequently in the Amazon.
One of the researchers here at this facility was a herpetologist. Is that it? Herpetologist?
Yeah, that researches lizards. Herpetologist.
Is that the correct one?
I don't know. but we'll roll with it. Sure, herpetologist.
No, that was just one of the researchers was a herpetologist, and it's just like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna release all my snakes. They don't belong in cages.
Run! I guess you can't run. Slither, because the zombies are coming.
The reason they don't belong in cages is because the snake just gets out through the bars. So when he said they don't belong in cages, one of the other researchers was just like, oh, that means we have to release all the snakes. But what he meant is, no, we need aquariums to keep the snakes in. Herpetologist, yep.
All right. Ooh, there's a bunch of stuff in here.
Oh, more free stuff. Oh yeah, I think.
And a barrier that's too small to power that elevator.
Use this thing to protect yourself from that bulletproof thing in chains. I went ahead and fixed that piece of crap door too. Thanks, Barry.
Oh, thank you, Barry. Putting the doorknob on. It's kind of. Oh, so whenever you return to the mansion is when the doorknob gets fixed. Apparently. You got room for all this stuff, especially if you use one of the health sprays, which you might want to.
Yeah, I didn't want to because like I'm not hurt enough yet. But I also am probably hurt enough, so I should just use it.
Yeah. You've got so many healing items back in storage anyway, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, but what if I need them for later?
If I use too many healing items, I don't get the best rank. I'm gonna get a C ranking.
No, but what if I need it for later? What if later I need those healing items?
It's true that I don't remember exactly how this game goes, so maybe one of the final bosses is just a bitch that eats up all your health items. And
I'm gonna take this.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
Because you're gonna need it, well... I don't know if you need it just yet.
I'll take it now, and if I have to come back this way, I'll try to remember that I need to bring it with me.
And I'll try to remember to remind you to remember.
I won't remember. Oh, yay! It's time for this enemy!
Oh my. I can tell I didn't upscale this cutscene, but we're gonna ignore that. Oh, it's the hunter, isn't it? Oh my, it immediately shows up.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
Luckily you have the full hate. Oh, full health. Oh, wait, it is a crocodile. Well, it's a scaly creature, maybe not a crocodile, but...
I wonder if this is what the guy meant by it looks like a skinned gorilla.
Oh, yes. The hunter. The hunter has become hunted.
Alright, thanks, Hunter. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for
Thanks for ripping off some of my skin.
Thanks for coming over, guys. Thanks for breaking my cow lamp. We need a specific key for this.
That needs a Spencer family emblem.
Yeah, we need a specific key for that one.
All right. You took care of that hunter pretty quick.
I mean, it's a shotgun.
Oh, that's true. It's a good thing you got plenty of ammo for it, because I'm pretty sure that's not the only one. Oh, no, he was just lurking there. He was just...
I knew he was there.
It was too quiet.
Oh my god.
Whoa!
Oh yeah, that's right. They have an instant kill. I forgot about
I
that.
went through your throat and...
Yeah,
Whoa.
the hunters have an instant kill.
Wow, and they can attack you from around the corner. You can't see them.
The hunters, I may have, when I say instant kill, I may have just not had enough,
It did attack you twice, but yeah, still, you got
I
two
may have
shot
not
it.
had enough health at that point, because I think I was in caution when I went in there.
You had just used a full health spray.
I was at caution, though, because I had gotten hit by the previous hunter.
Oh, that's right.
I actually don't remember. I have vague memories of that being an instant kill.
There are certain enemies in the Resident Evil series that do one-shot you.
Alright, we'll go get the blue herbs again.
Alright, try again. That frog-looking creature. Is it a frog? Is it a crocodile?
I think it's I don't actually know what it is. I think it might be a frog. Like, we'll find a note about it later.
Tell us what it mutated from. I mean, it might have been in that gorilla note earlier, but I guess I wasn't paying too close attention to it.
I don't think the guy that takes care of the dogs is going to be able to tell you what the hunter was originally cloned from.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not.
His job is to make sure dogs have food. I don't think he's really trained in biology.
Also hasn't been doing a good job taking care of these dogs, because they seem very vicious and hungry.
Well, they're also zombies. One of the things that I think is weird about the Samurai Edge pistol in Resident Evil is that it's like established that all the Samurai Edge pistols are built off of the same model. There is a standard model of the Samurai Edge pistol, and that's the one that Rebecca is using in Resident Evil 0. And also, technically, the one that Jill is using in the original Resident Evil 3 would be the standard model of it. Hang on, I gotta kill dogs real quick.
Yeah. So there are a couple different... Oh, jeez.
Oh my god, I was out of ammo.
Took advantage of that, did he? I think there are a couple different models of gun that are called the Samurai Edge. Not
No,
always the same.
it's only ever a Beretta.
Oh, okay.
It is only ever the Beretta 92 series. Technically, it is a 92 Brigadier is the version that it is. But the thing that's frustrating is as the games go further on in the series, they start adding more customizations to what would be considered the Samurai Edge pistol that didn't exist in 1998.
Oh, okay. Like different kind of optics, you mean, or
No, not optics. Just like
Grips?
different modifications to them. Like, for example, the one that Wesker is using in this game, so the Wesker version, goddammit, of the Samurai Edge, is a version that does not exist. Even now, it doesn't exist.
Okay.
Because Wesker's Samurai Edge is a steel frame version of a Beretta 92F. God damn it.
And the steel frame didn't exist back in 1988?
It is a steel frame version of the Beretta 92F that also has a full Picatinny rail dust cover, which doesn't exist for the Beretta 92F.
At all these days?
There's no version of that exists. There is a steel frame version of the Beretta 92, but I'm going to be incredibly pedantic and say that the steel frame version of the Beretta 92 is a Beretta 92X. Oh, good, I'm poisoned.
Oh, great. Well, you got some blue herbs back in storage. You picked them up on.
I'm not going to make it back to storage, so we're going to go back this way because there are blue herbs back this way.
Oh, okay. That's kind of unforgiving if you can't run all the way back to the mansion. Like, it'll just kill you on the way there, huh?
They start doing other... I don't know if it will, but I don't think I'll survive the... Oh my god.
That's not risk it, I suppose.
I don't think I'll survive the hunters and being poisoned.
Fair enough.
Chris's version, I believe in one of the games it says that Chris's version has a lightened slide, which doesn't make any sense if it's a Brigadier, because the entire reason that they selected the Brigadier was so that it could... They selected it for two reasons. One is because the heavier slide... the heavier slide reduces felt recoil, and two, the heavier slide means that it can hold up to more repeated firings without needing to replace the slide. So it doesn't make any sense that you would buy the Brigadier, which is the heavier slide, and then send it to a machinist to have them mill the slide down.
I guess not. Maybe they
That would be like buying a four-wheel drive car and then saying, oh, yeah, but actually I don't want four-wheel drive, so I'm just going to have the four-wheel drive option removed so that it's front-wheel drive.
Maybe they originally wanted the slimmer slide.
They didn't.
But
if they wanted the slimmer slide, then they would have just gone with the Beretta 92.
maybe they bought the Brigadier by mistake and were too ashamed to admit their error, so they slid down the slide.
They didn't. I promise, because everybody else has the thicker slide version. So they do weird stuff like that as the games go on, that they're like, oh, Chris has this version, and Jill has this version, and Barry has this version. And I can understand why they say that in the first one, because in the first one, the only Samurai Edge pistols you see are Wesker's, whose is very different because it's like a stainless steel frame with a full-length Picatinny rail dust cover, and Jill's, because when you start the game as Chris, the one that Jill has, or when you start the game as Chris, he doesn't have his Samurai Edge pistol,
because he
and
lost
he picks up Jill's.
Yeah.
So the only one you see that you get to use in the game is this one, which does have the extended slide release. That is a thing that would have existed at the time. But then, yeah, in like the later games, they're like, oh yeah, this model and this model has the stainless steel trigger, and like Jill's doesn't have the stainless steel trigger. I'm pretty sure that even in the original Resident Evil 3, the Samurai Edge didn't have the stainless steel barrel as well.
Probably not. Probably a retcon.
But I don't know. They like I said, they just kind of started adding stuff to them and then saying that, like, they started retconning the stuff that was on the Samurai Edge handguns. And then saying that it was always on there, which, like, I don't know if it was.
And now it's all tricked out. And it's always been tricked out.
To be fair, though, if the Samurai Edge pistol that is in the 1990... I think it was 19... When did Resident Evil 3 come out?
We've been saying 1998. 1998.
No, that's the year it takes place.
It's got to be 1990 something.
Not the remake. Okay, so the original Resident Evil released September 22nd, 1999.
Oh, okay.
The Samurai Edge pistol, as it appears in the original Resident Evil 3, would have been at the bleeding edge, of like pistol or like combat pistol technology at that point.
Okay.
Because it's the thicker slide version of the Beretta, so better recoil control. It has replaceable front and rear sights, which the standard Beretta doesn't have. And then the grips that are on it are grips that actually extend down past it, so they act as a mag funnel.
Okay.
Which is not something that, like, anybody was doing for... There were people that were putting magwells on handguns at the time, but they were, like, competition shooters. People were not doing that for combat handguns.
Okay.
So it's interesting that they added, like, all of these really cool components to it.
It looks like a realistic gun, but there are elements of it that you can pinpoint as being kind of fictional.
No, that's not what I said.
That sounds like what you're saying.
That's not what I said.
Not fictional as in they didn't exist, but like anachronistic, I suppose. Just,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was getting
There's
at.
some anachronistic elements. I picked those up. For the Samurai Edge in this game is slightly anachronistic because this version of the Beretta 92G, or I'm sorry, it's not a 92G. I keep saying 92G. It isn't a 92G, it's a 92F. And actually, no, this wouldn't be a 92F because this version of the Beretta wouldn't have existed in 1998. Specifically, the slide being the way it is with the forward cocking serrations on it. Now, you could argue that they had gotten one of the 92 slides and had Robert Kendo modify it by putting forward cocking serrations on it. But as far as I know, that didn't really exist on this gun yet. So yes, there are customization options that could have been done, and it's like I'm arguing a very silly, stupid point.
It's okay. People,
actually
hey, it's good to see
a
you
big
passionate
deal.
about things.
It's anachronistic if it was manufactured like that, but because it was modified by Robert Kendo, then I guess you could argue that it isn't anachronistic.
Possibly.
I might argue that it still is, but I have the Beretta 92. So the reason I keep calling it the wrong one is because there's multiple versions of the Beretta 92 series handgun. There's the Beretta 92 SB, which is different in that it has a different magazine release. There's also the Beretta 92 FS, which is the one that everyone is basically familiar with. It's in every single 1980s movie that was ever made. And then there's the 92G. The 92G is so named because it was designed for the French gendarmerie, which is like law enforcement military agency. And they specifically did not want a manual safety version. They wanted a decocker only version. So the safety that is on the top of the slide, normally when you pull it down, it stays down, it decocks the gun, and then now you have the safety on it. They wanted a version that when you would pull down on it and then release it, it would spring back up so that the pistol operates in double action only mode, which the other one does. It just means that you don't have a manual safety to disengage. So that is what the G in 92G stands for.
I would have guessed general, like brigadier general, but I would have been way off.
Nope. And then also the thicker slide is off of the Brigadier version. And then it's interesting that I'm not sure what the frame basis for this one is. I don't know if it was an M9 or if it was a 92G Brigadier was the starting basis, because the 92G Brigadier was released in 1999, which is why I keep saying that this pistol would be anachronistic. Because it was released in 1999, not 1998 when this game takes place. The reason I say that it's the Brigadier, or the 92G Brigadier, is because that one has the flat dust cover, as opposed to the dust cover is, I'm trying to get it.
It's kind of hidden.
No, it's the dust cover is the thing directly, it's the thing under the barrel. It's this part, the U-shaped part right there.
All right.
It is flat on this handgun, whereas on the 92 FS, it has a slight taper downwards.
Very minute detail.
Yeah.
Yeah, have the shotgun equipped because we got some beasties to deal with. Right here.
No, I don't want any.
Don't you dare injure us! Don't do it! He's doing it. What an asshole. Oh!
Am I gonna die?
Now you got a
I
stun
might-
gun.
I might die.
Did the stun gun actually kill him?
Yeah, stun gun actually does a lot more damage.
Maybe because of the
was
conducive skin.
That was a waste of a shotgun shell. The stun gun does substantially more damage than the knife does. I'm a little disappointed that I wasted it, but what are you gonna do? I guess.
Yeah. No worries. And it wasn't a wasted shotgun shell. You were using it to confirm that this guy was dead, and he was indeed dead.
Still a waste of a shotgun shell.
You know what they say: a shotgun shell you enjoy firing isn't a wasted shell. Stay down. Was 2 enough?
All right, cool.
All right, 2 was enough. Good. Jill, I repaired that doorknob and also left some frog monsters lying around. Careful, watch your step.
It's like everyone just going through weird little like back corridors and stuff. Are there secret tunnels that everyone's taking?
Just avoiding you at all costs. Hiding in the walls like Bruno.
Like what?
Like Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno.
What?
It's a reference to a movie you hate. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.